Hi and welcome to episode 3 of my YouTube startup diary, coming to you from the very echoey soon-to-be studio. So I do apologise for the sound quality, it's pretty dreadful, as is my backdrop. Although it's got some industrial chic going on there, maybe that's worth bearing in mind. Lighting is off again, I'm just relying on the window and the natural light here because it's very warm and there's no clouds in the sky, so I'm assuming there's not going to be any change in the natural light, although it looks like I'm slightly overexposed. Who cares? I tried to start this video yesterday evening. Didn't really work. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the diary thing that I'm doing about my YouTube channel. Taking a slightly different approach today, and as you can see, doing it in a field during my dog walk. Partly because I haven't had time to do it in the soon-to-be studio, but also because, well, look at it, amazing. So I wanted to talk today about journaling because it's something which, my framing's off here, it's terrible. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time. I've been journaling in a little notebook for the last, I can't do this, there's too many people around. I'm going to switch to the studio. I'm back. Didn't work, I tried. Partly because it's such a lovely light last night and I just thought, why not? And I think, as anyone who runs their own YouTube channel and does any kind of vlogging will tell you, doing it in front of people ain't much fun. The purpose of today's diary video is to give you a little update. So the channel branding is pretty much done. In fact, it might even be live when this video eventually goes live, which is all pretty cool. I'm blogging a lot more on Medium now. So yeah, pop over, see what I have to say. Medium's a paid for platform these days, although you do get some free reads, I think. So if you want to use up your free reads on my ramblings, go ahead. So the reason I thought I'd film an episode today is because I wanted to talk about journaling. And journaling is something which I've only got into recently. I started doing it probably about 3 months ago. And before that, it's been something that I've tried to do and I've never really managed to keep up. It's been a real kind of, one of those things that I've wanted to do, but I've not really known why I've wanted to do it. You know, you see people sat in coffee shops scribbling away in notepads and things, and even in films there's like dialogue that's read from journals and things, and it's just quite romantic, quite a cool idea to have this little thing that you're carrying around. And I've actually tried it in the past, as I say, and I've failed every time. You know, I've kept it perhaps for a week or so, maybe a couple of days, or I've done it very, very ad hoc to the point where it's absolutely pointless. So I thought, no, I'm going to have a go. And like I say, back in March, literally, I think 2 days before everything went upside down, I started journaling. And I did it with this, which is this little kind of tiny little journal. I can't think what it is. In fact, I'll put a link in the description to it on Amazon. Just a cheap little, I think it's moleskin. Yeah, moleskin little journal. And I wanted something this big, which I could just put in my pocket, lob around anywhere, not worry about. I've also put stickers on it because that's what people do. And yeah, so I just thought I'd start journaling. And I've kept it up, actually. If I look back, I started journaling on 6th of March, earlier than I thought, actually. And yeah, I'm doing it to this day, basically, to yesterday. And I've enjoyed it. I mean, I've not read back a huge amount. I think that's something which I need to learn how best to do. Whether or not you're supposed to do it at all, I don't know. The reason I'm journaling is to document my business. So not this channel, I'll come on to that in a moment, but my day-to-day business, my marketing company. And it was really just a way to get to the end of the day and just get my thoughts out. Because a lot happens during a day, you know this yourself, an awful lot happens. And it's easy to forget things, and quite often it's easy to forget what you've achieved in a day or where you've perhaps slipped up. And yeah, I mean, the notes I'm writing, they're not particularly long. I'm not going to show you them because they are personal to my business, but just highlighting key moments from the day. Occasionally I'll pick it up during the day and note something down that's in my head, but generally speaking it's an end of the day or sometimes first thing in the morning type routine. And I've enjoyed it. And occasionally I have read back and looked at certain things, but it's just there. I know what I'm putting in is here. Now, the dilemma I've had recently is that I don't know whether to continue with this style journal or to use a journal on something like this, my iPad. And the reason I say that is because there's an awesome journal app called Day One, which I've used a little bit in the past in my little experimentations with journaling, and it's great. It's one of those apps where you open it and you want to use it. It's very well designed in that respect. So it's called Day One. Check it out. I'm not sponsored by them or anything at all. I haven't got sponsorship yet. I've got 2 followers, and I want to start using it. So I didn't know whether to carry on with this or to switch wholeheartedly over to the Day One app. And what I've decided to do, actually, is keep this and journal purely for my business, and then use day one on the iPad normally to journal this channel and the progress of this channel. And I started doing that yesterday, and I'm going to see if I can keep it going, really. Knowing me, I probably won't. But actually, the fact that I've managed to keep this journal going is proof that I can do it. And I'm not just doing it just for doing its sake, because I'm not one of those people. I can be a bit faddy at times. I may pick up things and start playing around with them for a bit and get bored of them. But I don't tend to hold on to stuff that doesn't interest me for any longer. So the fact that I've carried on doing this since the start of March, and we're now into June, proves to myself anyway that I can do this. I wanted to kind of part with a bit of advice that I had from someone on Twitter the other day, which was all to do with how to keep your journaling habit going. And I thought it was a great bit of advice. It was simply, every morning, write just one line of text in your journal. Make sure it's only one, don't do any more than that, and keep doing that every single day. And I think their point with that was that you'll miss it if you don't do it. So if you skip a day, you'll actually miss the process of journaling. And as time goes on, those single lines will get longer, naturally. I'd love to know if you somehow find this video and you decide to subscribe, thanks very much. But also comment, if you found it because you're into journaling and you've done it for longer than me, or you've only just started doing it, or like me, you've had problems keeping going with it, get involved in the comments. Please, you could be my first commenter. In fact, no, I've had one comment, which I think was spam, but there you go. Even my greatest fan, Paul, my cousin, hasn't commented yet, but I won't hold it against him. Yeah, get involved. That's it. In terms of the studio, I have a plasterer hopefully coming to quote. I keep looking at the screen because I'm worried I keep going out of focus. In fact, I'm going to do a video at some stage about the kit I'm using for this because it's interesting. I've written a bit about it on Medium, but yeah, I'll do a kit-based diary episode at some stage. But yeah, going back to the studio, lights are in. And when I say lights, I don't mean video lighting, it's their spots. The walls are bare, as you can see. And yeah, so next it's the plasterer. He's going to come in, sort the walls out. And then I can't really show you in this video, and I will at some stage, but it's a very small room. But it's big enough, it's big enough to do something with. And I need to think about how to arrange things in here for filming and for working, because it's going to be an office as well. Although I do have plans for a second studio already, which is going to be like a B studio, which I'll talk about at some stage. If you're still watching this particular episode, thank you very much. And if you have been watching on the sideline and you're not sure about subscribing, give it a go. I genuinely don't know what the next episode is going to be, where it's going to be shot, what it's going to be about. And at some stage, I am going to start the proper channel episodes, the proper stuff, once this room's done. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll catch you later. Cheers.